Today, chat is going to get to pick the restricted Pokemon that I build a team from scratch around and then use in ranked battles. So if you've ever wanted to see something weird, if you've ever wanted to see Cosmo-M, Dialga, Eternatus, Giratina, base form Kyurem, this is your chance to vote in a poll that's picked by chat where the winning Pokemon, I will build the team from scratch around and explain my full thought process. So hopefully for people that want to get a little bit better at team building and understanding how to find patterns and build to specific mons like anti-meta strengths, hopefully this will help you and help you understand how my thought process works when I build teams. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to let chat just name some restricteds. And we're going to pick 5 of those and make them into a poll that then everyone can vote on. So I got a notebook right here. This is your chance. Go nuts. If anyone decides to gift a sub right now or resub right now on Twitch, you will automatically get your pick added to the list. Because right now it's just a list of 5 that I'm going to pick 5 from that I think I have ideas for. So if there's something you want guaranteed on the list, hell, you know what? Even if you do that, if only one person gives a sub, you can get my vote. Kyurem White. You can buy my vote. Good choices so far. Eternatus. All right, we got OG Kyurem, so base Kyurem. There's a sub right there, Fargo. All right, so you want base form Kyurem guaranteed on the list. Is that what you wanted? That's what you wanted, right? You want base form Kyurem guarantee on the list? Okay. Duskmane, very wise choice. I want to build the base form Kyurem team. Y'all don't even know how that Pokemon works. Do we have a tie? Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen base Kyurem. What does it even do? I guess it's a tie. We got a sub. I think Pikachu, who just resubbed, wants to see Kyurem. I think I'm going to have to do Kyurem first. I might also make an Eternatus team as well. But whoa, a tie. I think the commissioner will have to be me, right? Whoever voted Eternatus, I love you. I think we're also going to do Eternatus, but let's just do Kyurem first, right? So this is the very first time I'm doing a stream like this where we let the chat completely pick what we're going to be building around. If you guys want to see more streams like this, let me know. And if you want to vote in more, we're going to be trying this most of this week where we let chat pick stuff like this and we let you guys drive the content that you want to see. Remember, the whole point of this is to get you guys thinking outside the box and show you how I like to build my teams around specific mons. So it's going to give you a one-way look into my thought process. So we're going to be building around Kyurem first. Remember how I was talking about Kyurem does something that not that many other mons do. Kyurem has a base 130 attack and a base 130 special attack. So the cool thing about Kyurem is it can be built as a physical sweeper or a special sweeper. And there are very big differences between Kyurem, Kyurem Black, and Kyurem White, right? Kyurem White is the big special attacker, 170 base attack. Kyurem Black, physical attacker, 170 base attack. This guy's a little bit of a mixed version of both of them. So I think Kyurem is best built as a mixed attacker. If we compare it to some other mons that kind of can do the same thing, we have a Abomasnow, right? Abomasnow has 92 attack, 92 special attack. It's like a mixed attacker. Cacturne here. Cacturne has 115 attack, 115 special attack, mixed attacker. Things like Rayquaza, other restricteds have the same thing, mixed attackers. And so it's kind of hard to build these mons in that way, but I think we're going to try our best to make Kyurem and Abomasnow work. Let me try and think. Mixed attacker. Yeah, mixed attacker stuff is fun. It's not something you see every day, but I do think it's definitely viable. We're going to be building around Kyurem, and people also wanted to see Abomasnow for the snow aspects. We're going to try and add that. The first thing you want to do after you pick your restricted, again, the first thing you want to do when building a team for Regulation G is pick your restricted. It's not that hard. There's a pretty solid list. They're even right at the top when you sort your showdown by Regulation G. So just pick one of these guys. And then from there, you can look at what you need to supplement them with. You can look at adding a weather. You can look at adding an Urshifu. You can look at adding fake outs and stuff like that. I think it's generally best to pick the #1 other mon that you want to be playing with your restricted. So that's why we have the Abomasnow right here. Now that we have these two, I'm going to be adding my speed control. And I think adding speed control here, something like a Tornadus, is going to be very good. You're not really ever going to be wrong in going restricted speed control, just making sure that you have that. And so Kyurem, Abomasnow, Tornadus. Tornadus also gets access to things like Snowscape here. So I think this is actually a really, really cool mon. For this team. You say, what exactly is Stellar type? It is a terrestrialization type that lets you hit anything that's already terrestrialized for super effective damage with a Stellar Tera Blast. but it also gives you like a low-key Tera boost on each of your offensive moves the first time that you use them. So it's actually my favorite Tera type is Stellar. But yeah, I think these three go really, really well together. One cool thing about restricted formats, Reg G formats, that you actually don't see that often in VGC and other formats is there's like no rock attacks in this format. Rock slides go like way down in restricted formats, as opposed to something like just a legendary format like we had in like Reg E. So we don't, even though we have like a massive weakness to rocks or stealth rocks, or not stealth rocks, rock slide, we don't really care because there's like no Landos running around. So yeah, it gives every move like a stab boost for the first time that you use it. So now that we have these three, we want to start fleshing out how to actually get these pins. I'm thinking I could add something like a fake out user. We also need to take into account that our opponents are going to have, how would I word this? When we set our speed control and we have something like a Tornadus that wants to go for something like a Tailwind here, our opponents can also have Tornadus and Whimsicott. So if we take a look at what's happening here, when we have a Kyurem right here, who's not the happiest camper, he's a camper, but he's not the happiest one, and we want to go Tailwind next to Kyurem, he has a base 95 speed. And so, like, if I want to go Tornadus Kyurem and they want to go something like Calyrex Tornadus, we're still massively pinned. Miraidon Tornadus, like, we're still massively pinned, sorting this by speed. If they want to lose with any of these fast guys next to their Tornadus, we're, like, big pinned. So what we actually need to do is add a secondary Mon that has, like, a little bit of speed control that we can supplement to make sure that Kyurem's not having to do everything, right? We can use, like, an Icy Wind Flutter is a common one here. Even things like Grimmsnarl, I think I am going to go with the Grimmsnarl in this situation to be able to have, like, Thunder Waves or Scary Face. I think I'm going to go with the Scary Face because I might even want to be able to side Scary Face my other Mons to better work in TR. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool team so far. We also have the access of screens and things like that now. We can also utilize like Icy Wind on something like our Abomasnow to potentially have just like a little bit of extra speed control. So this is what we're working with here. We have these guys right now. Now this is where we have like our good core understanding of what we want this team to do. There are 2 slots left. A lot of people would say you could throw in Urshifu. This is where you throw in like your little bit of extra tech, your fake outs, your terrain control, your redirection. We're going to go in a very different direction for this testing. And again, we're just building the team right now. We're going to play a bunch of games with it. But like nothing that we build here is set in stone. If I play like 2 games and I really don't like it, we can just go back to the drawing board and come back again. And I'm a big believer in picking your Mons first and getting a general idea of what you want your Mons to do before just saying like, okay, you have to build Kyurem this way. Here's the Kyurem. Let's fully build the Kyurem and then move on to the next Mon. You don't want to do that because that locks out every other potential thing that you could do with Kyurem before you have the rest of your Mons on the board. So you want to see what all your Mons have and throw it in together like a melting pot and then like pick little pieces out that fulfill the roles that you want. Why Scary instead of Thunder Wave? When Thunder Wave also has a chance of doing nothing. I know I can't affect Electric and Earth, but are those so important? Yes, remember, one of the Mons that we listed as the 2 things worth hitting with this Grimmsnarl was Miraidon, and so not being able to hit Miraidon with that, very, very not great. And also, like I said, this is going to pseudo help us in the Trick Room matchup, so we can side Scary Face our own Mons to underspeed things like Cali Ice in Trick Room. So think about it. It's kind of nice, right? Kind of nice. So these guys are what we're going with here. The last 2 Mons I'm going to be adding here. I'm going to add Alcremie. I want to be able to add Alcremie potentially with the Sleep Veil, so like we can't get our teammates put to sleep because we actually don't, like we actually have a Water Tera Mungus actually gives us more problems than I'd like to admit, because if they just go Water Tera, we're like stuck here not really being able to do that much damage to it. So we want to not just die to Water Tera Mungus. And the last Mon here, I don't know how much I'm going to use it. I think Urshifu here is not wrong, but I want to feature Kyurem, not Ursh. You say freeze around Kyurem. Well, that's the thing. If I want to go freeze around Kyurem and I'm using Kyurem to check a non-restricted Mon, that's my restricted bowing the knee to a non-restricted, and I don't want that to be happening. I want to force their restricted to respect my restricted and have them do like a little 1v1. Like, for example, like I don't want to do that. I would like to be using Blizzard, right? Or something else and just doing big damage to both. So yeah, Alcremie lets us play that game. So if they have like a Mungus and like they're restricted, I can just have Alcremie Kyurem and just go for like Decorate, pop off, and just pop both their Mons and not care about their Mungus, right? So we're going to have Freeze Dry probably, but it's not, just doing it on a Mungus wouldn't even get the KO. And the last mon here, like I said, I don't think I'm going to use it, but I think Incineroar is probably right. Being able to have like double fake out cycling here, pivot potential. So if we have like light screens and stuff like that from the Grim, the defense boost from the Snow, we kind of need Incineroar to be a Fire Tera pivot for these guys. So I'm going to try the Incineroar. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I also think Incineroar is like a pretty decent matchup into a lot of like Cali I teams. Yeah, Fake Out Grim. Fake Out Grim's really good, right? Even Amoonguss doesn't like taking +2 blizzards, and it forces Tera, right? So again, like the Incin also kind of helps us in this matchup. I also think we could low-key add something like Smeargle. Smeargle might be a more aggressive option over the Incin, so I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. I need a Fake Out user on this team other than my Grim to help me dictate play correctly, but I do think Incin is like a relatively solid pivot for this core. Other mons that we could add there, Set Titan's not bad. Alolan Sandslash isn't terrible. But just like an extra tech mon that lets my team look like I knew a couple of different things. What in the base form Kyurem am I watching? Yo, people voted for it. It's a good mon. So we're going to start picking apart what we want some of these guys to do. This is where I don't like to do my abilities yet. I don't like to do my items, my EVs. What you want to do is just add a couple moves that you want these Pokemon to use. We're going to add Blizzard here. Crazy, right? We're going to add Blizzard here. We don't need to add any other moves. We don't know if we want Draco. We don't know if we want Outrage. This guy gets a lot of different things. We don't know if we want Dual Wing Beat. We don't know if we want Focus Blast. Just leave it be. We don't know what set we want yet. But we know we want Blizzard. Same thing on this guy. We know that we would like Blizzard. So let's put that on there. How are you going to answer D? What? D what? D's? So Titan, Outbreaks is, answer Fairies. Fairies get popped by Blizzard. And the thing is, like, what fairies are you fighting? Things like Fluttermane? Break the wrist, walk away, like, just put up a screen, pop it, you know? We know we want Tailwind and Snowscape. We're going to leave that there for now. We know we want Light Screen and Reflect. And we're going to leave that there. We don't know if we're going to use Fake Out Grim yet. Not all restricteds were capes, but OG Kyurems. Yeah, we could use Covert Cloak Grim. That's kind of sick. We know we're going to want Decorate here, right? So Decorate's the main reason why we're using this mon, so we're going to use that. We know we want this Incin to have Fake Out. And we don't know if we want like Wisp Incin, Parting Shot. We could even go like Avian Sin. You would do Klefki over Grim in some situations? No, I don't. I think I want the Grim on this team. Klefki's not bad, right? But we already have like a lot of fire weakness here, fire neutrality here, and if we want to double dip our Ice Tera, it's another fire weakness, and so I don't think Klefki's the right way. I think Grim is probably a little bit better, and Grim being a dark type means you can't get prankster taunted by other pranksters, right? So if I would like to utilize my screens, like if I lead Klefki and you lead Wims, you can just taunt me, right? I don't want that. I want to be able to not get taunted. Zacian looks tricky right now, but it can fill that out. Like, that's where this comes in. And, like, all we have to do is just flip on a Tera, and then we out-trade the Zacian with a Kyurem, right? So let's go back and add a few more moves we might think we want some of these guys to use. I'm looking at a few different sets. I think we get Earth Power. Okay. I want to see what physical attacks we get on Kyurem. Because remember, the whole point of this Kyurem is to make it a mixed attacker. So we get Dragon Claw, Dual Wing Beats, Outrage. These are pretty shit attacks. It's fine. Body Press is actually kind of cool. Dual Wing Beat's kind of cool. Flying Tera Kyurem maybe? Breaking Swipe? Scale Shot? Scale Shot is probably really good. Rock Slide if you were faster. Who says I'm not fast? And Rock Slide's actually kind of nice. I'm going to put Rock Slide on it. I'm going to go Rock Slide. I'm going to go Scale Shot. And I'm thinking what I want this move to be here. Let's leave it blank for now. I think we're going to end up using Sash on this guy. So because we have the luxury of Sash, we can go Protect. We don't need Veil on this thing because we're going to be using Dual Screens Grim. So we're just going to leave that blank. I'll just fill it now. I want Giga Drain there to be able to cap a Sash. Torn. I'll put Bleak Wind on here. Or do I want Bleak Wind? Do I want Taunt? Let's see. See what we want. I'm going to go Bleak Wind. I'm going to go Protect. Let's try the Protect. And I'm going to go Foul Play here. Just to have the Cali I matchup locked up the best that I can. I think it's the right play. We don't really know what we need this thing to do yet, but I'm going to put Dazzling Gleam. We know we want an attack on it. And I'm going to leave that blank for now. Incin. What kind of Incin do I need? We don't need Citrus. Sorry, we don't need Goggles Incin because we have it on Cremmy, right? And I don't want Avian Sin. Or do I want Avian Sin? there's two Kyurems that I'm looking at right now that I really think are valuable. Hold on, I'm gonna check something. I don't think it gets this, but like, it does get Shadow Ball. All right, that drastically changes how I want to play this. Is Woola for Zacian too deep? I don't think Zacian's worth respecting because you can just lock up Zacian with a fake out and like deal with it, and then like you just Flare Blitz it next turn. Like, I think we're fine. I don't think you need the Wisp. You need the Wisp for Kali I, but I think good Kali I players are playing around Wisp and Sin. I'm really torn between wanting to run AV Kyurem and Scarf Kyurem. That's where I'm torn here. I'm really torn between AV Kyurem and Scarf Kyurem. And if I can run Scarf, that means I could AV my Ensign, which would be really nice. So we're going to try the Scarf Kyurem first, which means we can AV our Ensign, which means we U-turn over Parting Shot, we have Flare Blitz and Knockoff. Okay. So if we're going to be using Scarf Kyurem, that changes this from Scale Shot to Outrage. Right? Does Alcremie get TR? Then you could go AV Kyurem. Alcremie does not get TR. So yes, you're excited for Christmas. Unfortunately, we've been sick the last 2 days. Kyurem is also really interesting on a Reg G team. It's a cool mon. Actually, I don't want to go. I liked my AV idea. I'm going to go with the AV here. I like the AV. I got like a couple ideas for what I want to do with it too. Do we get Life Dew? I don't think we do. No, Life Heal Pulse. No, we don't get anything like that. All right, just making sure. So then we can't go AV here, which means... Okay. Probably going to build an Ensign like that. That is meant to be a little bit more of a carry. Okay, so AV... This is where I start adding my items. Sash. Cloak. I'm gonna play Rocky Helmet Torn on this team. We need a little bit more value. You could go Cloak here, but I think we're just gonna play the Light Clay, very standard. This is our Scarf. Cool. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Cool. So we have our AV Kyurem. We go back to Scale Shot here. And so you can see like this team building situation, there's a lot of, you go back and forth and back and forth. It's not like you're solidifying one mon has to be a specific way. We haven't even done our Terras yet. We haven't even really looked at our EVs. We're really just trying to get an understanding of what we want these moves to do. I'm going to put Shadow Ball here for Shadow Rider. And so we have big damage here. So we didn't even make room for Freeze Dry, right? I don't think we need Freeze Dry. I think they're going to be over-respectful of Freeze Dry. I'd rather be doing like AoE damage and have coverage moves for everything else. So I think this is actually really, really nice. We just got to get our speed tiers correct. Let's start making sure all of our mons have all their moves. So we need to think about what other things we want this Alcremie to have. Doesn't get Shadow Ball, never lucky. Does it get like Dark Pulse? Let's just see what he gets. It gets Tera Blast, I'm sure. So we can just go with like a Ghost Tera. Just for Shadow Rider tech. You know, just making sure we check Shadow Rider. And then the last move. Hyper Beam sometimes decent. Sweet Kiss is sometimes decent. Sweet Scent can be sometimes usable here. Charm isn't bad. Charm isn't bad, you're right. Give me 1 sec. Give me like, no, that's not right. I was going to say I could have like Fling and then Fling the Ensign and proc the Policy. I usually like to go Encore there. That's just my thing that I like to do. I like to go Encore. Helping Hand's okay in some situations, but like usually we just decorate something. But there's nothing like wrong with Helping Hand. I like the Encore because sometimes you can like pivot in the Alcremie and just Encore walk something. So like if I lead like Torn Kyurem and I know you're going to trade Tailwinds with me and protect with your teammate, I can pivot in my Alcremie, trade Tailwinds and then Encore your teammate that protected, and then like you're forced to pivot. So like that's fine. All right, so I like that tech. And we have all of our mons. Let's start doing some EV training. So before we get into, well, let's do the Kyurem first. Well, the first thing you want to do with Kyurem is make sure that your Kyurem can outspeed the things that you need to outspeed after your scale shot pins, or your scale shots, right? So let's plug in a Kyurem. And if you guys like this little series, like, let me know. We're going to be doing this a lot if people like these sort of things. Set this to base 50. So we need to be able to outspeed Shadow Rider. So Shadow Rider is going to be right here. Set this to doubles at 50. We also want to make sure that when we're doing this, our Shadow Ball has enough power to like KO the Shadow Rider. So you see, like, even uninvested, like, we almost just KO it right off the rip. But anyways, like, we see if we give Kyurem a +1 from a scale shot, we're going to almost catch that Shadow Rider. And we do actually need to go with a speed boosting nature to be able to actually catch the Shadow Rider at +1. So instead of looking at it like that, I'm not going to go that route. And I'm going to say, if we want to catch Shadow Rider, we need +2, right? And so +2 just gets it right off the rip into Shadow Rider. We're going to see what we actually get off our +1 calcs. And I like to get this +1 calc into, you know, we already outspeed base 100s from +1 from like a scale shot, or maybe even like a bleak wind. We might even want to just put icy wind right on our Torn. I think that's definitely an option, just to guarantee have that speed control. But if we're taking a look at this here, we would like to outspeed base 180s. Outspeed Ogre at +1. Well, the thing is, like, you're talking about a Kyogre here, or you're talking about Ogre Pawn. Because, like, the next mon you want to outspeed would be something like a Tornadus, right? You want to outspeed a Tornadus, and that's going to be right here. If you give him, like, a 252 Timid, right? So that's 179. We'd want to get to 180. And by outspeeding Tornadus, you would then, by proxy, outspeed a lot of those, like, other things that are in those, like, weird tiers. If we take a look and just drop this down by, like, speed. So this would let you outspeed all, like, what base 111s, you want to outspeed all those things, right? So I actually, what I like to do is take it one step further and outspeed Lycanroc, which is like a 112. So we get to 181 after, like, a scale shot or an icy wind. And what I'm actually going to do, yep, that's right, 181. So 44 points in speed. Getting your speed first is the right way to do it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We gotta think then, what do we want to do with the rest of these points? And remember how I talked a lot at the very start of this video, how there's things that Kyurem can do that nothing else can really do. You can, like, max out both of these stats, and Kyurem is one of the few mons in the game that you can actually just play with a completely neutral nature, because I don't want to lower my defenses either, right? I think that I probably would like to put more points in special attack, because I'm going to be using Blizzard most of the time. But, like, this scale shot will be cooking things, and it's just there to give me a speed boost and, like, finish things off and break sashes. So Kyurem doesn't need, like, that much points in HP. It has a really, really bloated HP stat. So I'm probably going to be putting most of my points here, and then from there, I'm probably going to end up with something like this for my Kyurem set. Very, very serious Kyurem set. So it's the most amount of damage on the special attack side, the most that I can realistically still put in attack without wasting points, and then just splitting up into a 4-4 for the last two. So it's pretty easy to find these. If I really wanted to take Kyurem and put, like, some points in, I could put more points in Spadef too to get the benefit of my Assault Vest, but I think this is, like, absolutely fine. So we're going to play around with this first, and I will say, when you're making your EV spreads, you don't need to make the most perfect big brain Chad 1000% calcs in the lab EV spread on the first try. You need to get your speed tier right, you need to get your damage right, and then from there, just go play some games. If you ended up needing a little bit more defense, a little bit more Spadef, go back and change it, right? Abomasnow, pretty easy. You don't want to click the button here because it gives you full HP. You don't need full HP. I think you want to just go, I like full Timid Abomasnow. This thing's going to still hit the right speed tiers of outspeeding what you need to outspeed. Wouldn't trying to get 2 scale shots be risky? No, it is too risky. 2 scale shots is too risky. That's why we're relying on Torn to do it. That's where we're straight up relying on Torn. We were calcing for +1 calcs versus things like other Tornaduses. So the idea when fighting Shadow Rider is, like, cool, I don't really care if you have Shadow Rider because I'm AV Kyurem. If we go back over here, right, you can be Calyrex Shadow, and you can use Astral Barrage, and against a Kyurem with a 4/4 Assault Vest, like, shouldn't be doing that much. There we go. 38% high roll. Like, I don't care. Right. Easy peasy. All right, and so this guy's pretty easy. He has a sash, so you can just 252 this. And I like the speed variant. If you don't have the speed variant, you don't outspeed things like Tornadus at +1s. So you got to still go plus speed. As for our Tornadus, we're going to be building a Rocky Helmet set. And there's a bunch of different ways to optimize Tornadus with a Rocky Helmet set. So let's plug in Urshifu. Let's plug in an Urshifu Rapid Strike. And let's plug in a Tornadus. Right, and so there's a bunch of different EV sets running around. You can probably find good ones on Pikalytics as well. But if we plug in like 252 Surging Strikes, we want to not die to this to the best of our abilities. And so a lot of the time, they'll even be like Water Tera double dip. We want to not die to this. So we can start off by going 252 HP, and then from there, putting points into the respective defense stat to not die there. A lot of points right there. That lets us not die to Surging Strikes, but that's from like a Jolly one. An Adamant one does even more, so we got to put even more points than not die. More points than not die. So 204, 252, and then we can still use our Nature in our Speed stat if we want to do that. So let's see if that's even right. Do we even need our Nature here? It's a good question. If we only need to get to 116 there, we can probably just optimize it to be used right there. Plug this down all the way to 116. And then from there, Torn doesn't really need to outspeed that many things. I actually think like having a slower Torn with the Snowscape is probably fine. So I'm going to put just 12 to make sure I outspeed other Torns. We don't really need to do big damage with Bleak Winds. Mild Nature is also for that Kyurem you save EVs. So Mild Nature, right? Mild Nature being plus spell attack minus defense. I don't want to lose my defense, right? I don't want to lose defense, right? That's the thing. Is like I value its defense if even before I scale shot more than I value any more damage on special attack, right? That's just my opinion. I think like we're already doing enough damage. We don't really need more damage. I think I don't want to go with a defense reducing nature if I can help it on my AV mon. If I was more aggressive, like more of a glass cannon, definitely I would, but I'm going to try this one. All right. You invest in defense? I still don't think it's like worth it. What's the set then? Trust. Well then, all right. So, oh wait, I see what you're saying. You're saying if I want to get to 182, you would say something like that. Pull this down to 182. You're right. And then something like this, right? So that would be 110. We need to get to 110. You're right. Like that. And then we have just extra points. You're correct. You're not using Kyurem White? Nope. People want to see this Kyurem. No, you're absolutely correct. Like I said, when I made this first Kyurem set, this was made, what year was that? 2012? It's been like a freaking over a decade. So optimization's math. Hey, look at you guys. Hey, look at you guys. Look at us. Look at us. We even have extra points now. We have, no, it's not extra points. Perfect. Actually, no, we have 4 extra points. What do we do with these extra points? Points in every stat here. I don't like that. I don't like seeing that 100 minus. Let's see. Let's get up to here then. I like the 190. And then we'll go. Let's try this. Let's be weak on the defensive side. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. I kind of like where I'm seeing this too. That's a good way to do it. I've done looking at mixed attackers, and neutral nature is almost never optimal. You got to check the other natures. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're still looking at this Torn set. We have a lot of extra points. I'd like to calc Bleakwind Storm. So Bleakwind Storm versus an Urshi. Everything's set correctly. If we have like no investment, we still want to make sure that this can 2-shot. So still a lot of points. So we need 164 to get the 2-shot. We don't have 164. So that might mean we want to use our nature a little bit optimal or in a different way. So we need to get to 116, 166. So that would be something like this. Yep, I got it. So this will only have 4 points here, and then 16. Perfect. Look at this. Look at this. So we still hit our same defense calc that we need to live, and then we have the we 2-shot an Urshi Water. So this is for if they want to pivot in, we can Bleakwind hit, drop them to below 50. And even if they don't hit our Torn with our Rocky Helmet, if they hit our teammate, we can still Bleakwind hit them. I like everything about this. Splits it up, saves everything, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Doing our calcs. I would say calcs are something that like I could definitely do them. You see, like, Pika Trainer fixed our Kyurem spread for us. They're not something that, like, I like to fine-tune until, like, you get the whole team done, use it for a couple weeks, and you sit down in one day and you run, like, all the numbers. So, like, calculating, like, on the fly, I'm definitely the type of person where, like, I like to just get my speed tier. Like, for example, this will let us outspeed base 100s in a Tailwind or a Scary Face. This will let us outspeed Wando. I'm going to go right there. I'm a huge fan of Rocky Helmet Torn. Used it in the last Reg G Kyurem team. It was fun against Urshifu. It's great. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. You can go with minus attack or special attack. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to put it right there. It's technically smarter to put it up here, though, so we're just going to put it up there. And then I like to max out my HP, and then from there, I actually like to throw a lot of my points into Spadef here. That's just how I like to play my Grims. Yeah. We're gonna have extra points if we do it like that. So I'm just gonna max here. Not max here, but we don't want to waste the points. Yeah, just max it out there. It's absolutely fine. Is there anything the regular Kyurem does better than Kyurem White? It has pressure. Hey, we found some. It has pressure. I think that people don't know the matchup, but I think that you should probably just run the other Kyurems. Do White Screen and Orvale stack? They do not stack, right? They do not stack. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, so we just got to go 220 here. And we're able to do this because we have access to, like, Intimidate and Sin. You could also say that, like, we could put a lot more points in Grim's defense here, but I think what we want to do against, like, Kali I is go, like, turn 1, Reflect, turn 2, Tera, start foul playing, trading with their Kali I. That's the idea. Sub-Bruce Kyurem is very fun. I believe it. I believe it. That sounds fun to me. So remember how we got our Kyurem set here. We want to make this Alcremie outspeed that Kyurem by 1. So we got to go Timid. I actually just go full speed on this thing to make sure we outspeed, like, a wide variety of really, really weird stuff. And then from there, it's actually not that hard. You can go in, like, a 244, 44, 161. Should still be able to. It should still be able to KO the Kali Shadow with a Tera Blast Ghost. So pretty good stuff. Easy peasy. Alcremie's not that hard. Incin's EVs are a little bit weird. I want my Incin to be... It's really weird. Do you want, like, a fast Incin or a slow Incin on this team? I think I'm going to opt for a more faster Incin. This would let me outspeed Torns. This is Lycanroc off a Tailwind. So I'm going to go with the 84 investment there. I'm going to go with a 252 attack Incin. And then I'm going to throw probably, like, most of my points into bulk. So just like this, we're going to build the Incin like this. I'm going to try this. This is a weakness policy Incin because we can't let Kyurem do everything. I think that this is definitely going to get some value here. And they might see it coming. They might not. It's kind of hard to say. I even don't know if I want Fake out here. I don't know if I need it. I'm looking at, like, other moves. Acrobatics is really usable. Close Combat's really nice. What would we be close combating? Even something like an AoE move of some sort, like an Earthquake, could be really, really valuable. I'm going to go with the Earthquake here. I'm going to try the Earthquake. We're going to try that and see if it works. Cool. Even, like, Leech Life or Drain Punch could be very valuable here. But we're going to try this. Try this with this Incin here. And so now that we have all of our moves, all of our EVs done, the last thing that I like to do is my Teras. We have Ghost Tera over here. Grim can have a wide variety of Teras, but we want Grass Tera so we can't get redirected if we needed to use Scary Face on something. This guy's Flying Tera. I think you just go Ghost there in case you need to ever Tera. Same thing, you can go Ghost over here. The Kyurem's Tera is very curious. The curious case of Kyurem's Tera. Bug is sometimes usable. Water is very good. We're gonna probably go Water on. We're going Water on Grim, so I don't know if I want to do double Water. You guys have any recommendations? Poison is where I'm looking right now. I'm looking at Poison here. I think I might go Poison. Fairy. I don't think Fairy Kyurem is good in a Reg G format. If you was Reg H, Fairy would be a good choice. It's not good here. I'm going to go Poison. Dark is another option, oddly enough, too. Let me go Water Tera over here. And the Incin, we need to have a Tera. I think I'm going to go Bug. Bug's kind of good because it can also give you weird weakness policy procs, like if you know that they're going to be going for like a Bleak Wind or something. I love Poison Tera backs, and that's the same typing. Yeah, it's the same thing. So let's see, we have all of our Mons here ready to go. The last thing I like to do is I like to move around my Mons a little bit to not let them kind of see what I'm doing here. Never let them see your first move. So we're going to try this. If it works, if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're just going to play some games. And, it took less than an hour to make this team. And let's go mess some people up, bro. Kali I. All right, it's Kali I Ursh. Very, very standard, like with the Pelipper and stuff like that. So let me think, what do we want to do versus this? I think that, like, leading Grim is not bad. But at the same time, like, I really do like the Insin into these sort of cores. Try those two. I'm going to run the Kyurem in the back. Scarf Lando, Sash Ursh. Okay, let's just try those. Oh, it ain't easy out here, boys. It ain't easy out here using Kyurem. Base form Kyurem, bro. I got like no restricted, it feels like. Yeah, we haven't hit any good matchups yet. I'm trying to hit like Miraidons, Shadow Riders. We just keep hitting Ice Rider. And like Kyogre's another probably pretty good matchup. We just keep hitting like other snow teams with like Ursh, and it's like not a good matchup. There's the Ice Rider. Alright, so you can do screens. There's a lot of different things you can do here. You have to respect Fake Out, like you have to respect it. And you're not Clear Amulet. Bro. Okay. Trick. Bro, you about to be cooked. Lagging Tail? I still get my setup. Look at that damage. Holy moly, look at that damage. You Trick Room in here? High horsepower? Absolutely fine. Policies, boys. Where are you looking, Kali? Huh? Huh? Holy cookening, bro. Holy cookening. Oh my god. The cookening is so big. Doesn't really matter what we do here. Yeah, dude, we cooking. Delete. Delete. All right. Spirit Bit is 22%, so we're gonna lose our Insin, but we can weave in a Protect and then like Foul Play KO there. You're gonna bring in your Ursh, so I'm gonna bring in our Kyurem, and then we're just gonna go for like a. Yep, there's the Ursh. Cool. We're doing good. You still try the Protect here. We're gonna do this just in case because we don't want to die. I think you... I want to do this. I think this is probably right, though. Yep. You can hit the Insin. Yeah, close combat. Cool. We blocked those. Nice. Hit here, live here. Okay. The right play is technically to double protect, but not doing that. Gotta hit a scale shot. That's the win. Cool. We shouldn't die here to anything a Pelipper throws at us. Yeah. Yes, we hit the scale shot. It'd be nice to get the KO, but I only need to hit 2. And they're not choice. Actually, they could still be choiced, huh? Oh, that's really bad if they're still choiced. How much did that first Rock Slide do to the Ursh? 15? We need to hit Blizzard. Right? Imagine if I just didn't hit 2. I could flinch with Rock Slide. Okay. Should I hit your moves? We killed the Ursh. Value. Ursh value. So now we pin Pelipper. I think you do have to light screen, like low key. And I think I just Rock Slide from here. Yeah. Ah, we got it, boys! Let's freaking go! Let's go! We did it! Base form Kyurem cooking out here. Wins up. Somebody had to do it to him. Somebody had to do it to him. Terapagos. Alright. Thinking. Tornadus isn't bad here. Abomasnow's probably suboptimal. I'm trying to actually think how I would break some of these. I think I'm going to bring the Tornadus. Let's go. We take those. Flinch didn't matter? No, definitely didn't matter. We take those all the way to the bank. Alright, let's see it. Alright, so you have a faster fake out than I do, but I don't really care in this matchup. Like, you'd think I would care. Don't care. Fake out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop that shit, bro. And you Calm Mind. Okay. Calm Mind's actually really fine. This is why we have this here, by the way. Oh, yes. You can do that all day. I'm here all week, bro. CC, baby. Easy peasy D's. I can Bleak Wind here. Bleak Wind, break the Terapagos thing, pin that thing, pivot in my Insync into the second Intimidate. Value. Bullet Punch. Nah, fam, that ain't me, bro. I'd really like to break this. Yeah. Nice. And now we just pivot out one of these Mons for Alcremie. Because they're going to have Oh, now they have... Alright, so they have... Actually, this is bad. Because now they have... Okay, I see what they're doing here. They're going to be able to rip me to smithereens very soon. We're going to Bleak Wind. And we're just going to start Earthquaking. Yep. Because this is the last turn of their Encore. They're going to start tearing us to smithereens. Never lucky. We're looking for speed drops. Nice. Now I don't need a Tailwind. Alright, now I do need a Tailwind. We are getting so cooked here. Stellar Tera popping it up. Cool. Oh, Helping Hand. Wow. Protect the Ensign. Yep. Protect El Capitan. Okay. Follow me's right. Gotta get a flinch here, otherwise we just die. Oh, that sucks that he's done. Alright, cool. Yes! Okay, we're still gaming here. Chat, we're still gaming. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're still gaming? And say. Don't think if there is a reason to ever Tera anything here. I don't think so. Let's go. Rock Slide. Rock Slide Kyurem busted. Sacred Fire. It's okay. It's okay. Ooh. He's 23. Flinch, 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 flinch. No! I died. Almost. We tried, bro. We tried. The Electabuzz there was problematic. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can do here. We can crit there, not, and like, maybe they Sacred Fire and then try an East Beam, we flip a Ghost Tera on. That's like our only out. So, yeah, GG's. Close. Close game. Terapagos is rough. Alright, Kali Eye Clef. Urshi, probably Urshi Water, Fire Water, Grass Core there. So they don't have that much speed control, so we can actually get away with like setting our speed control and trying to like leverage out something. We can even, like, I think that's probably not wrong. So like Torn Kyurem seems viable. And I'm looking at what else I really want here. The Abomasnow is not really doing that much. Like, I'm not seeing a situation in which we ever really bring this guy. But we're going to bring him right here. And then I want one of these, but I don't know which one I want. And Sin's not as useful as it looks. It's a good pivot, and Grim's not as useful as it looks. Go Alcremie then. Hope the weekend's treated you well. Been loving your content over the last few months. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. So that's a great lead for them. I really, really like what they're doing over there. I don't need to Tailwind yet, so I won't. So we can go for a Snowscape first and then like elongate our Tailwind. Just go for a Raw Blizzard. Yeah, we eat those. And then next turn, we go for the Tailwind to have the max amount of pressure that it has. So we're fishing for these freezers, pleasers turns out here. There's a follow me. Cool. Absolutely okay. Any freezers? Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky, bro. It's almost like I'm Kyurem, though. Dun, 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 Kyurem, though. Dun, dun. Oh my gosh, the scoop. So we were going to pivot out our Torn for our Alcremie, Blizzard, get the KOs, and then decorate Blizzard again. Oh my gosh, value. How's favorite content creator doing? I'm doing all right. Well, chat picked us to use base form Kyurem, so we built like a mixed form AV one. This is the same guy we beat like 2 turns ago, so let's do it again, bro. Last time we beat this guy, we froze his Calyrex. So this time he's going to come out with me with more weird stuff. So we're going to lead like that, which is a really weird looking lead. But it should be able to let me set the tempo that I want. Alright. Yep. So you want to see me win the game? Want to see me do it again? You using Zama? I think Zama's really good. I think Zama's like really, really good. There's not a single thing wrong with Zamazenta. Good, balanced Mon. I've been telling everyone that you're gonna like get rank 1 very soon when the ladder goes live, and everyone's gonna have to put some respect on that Zama. So let's see what we want to do here. We're in a great spot. We don't need to. Look at this. We're not outspeeding here, but we're not dead. Like I don't think we. Oh wait, we needed a Tailwind. I'm an idiot. We did need a Tailwind. Well, which is Tailwind this turn. Forgot, we don't have like that much speed. We're just at 190. We don't outspeed like everything. It's like we have a lot of speed, but it still doesn't outspeed. We need a Tailwind there. So he calm-minded Lamau. That's funny. So just Tailwind do it again is fine. And if you want to go protect knockoff, like I still get the Tailwind, which means the Torn outspeeds and we have value. Misplay. Definitely misplay. He could have just Astraled me in the face. Because I forgot I went Ghost Tera. That's the thing. I normally play this with Dark. But I like the Ghost Tera because it lets me avoid the fake out. Knock up there. Cool. Take some chip, Roy. Awesome. So that's your restricted down. I think I'm going to pivot out here. No, it's a scoop. The poor guy, dude. It's such a good team. Feel like it's third on the restricted mons. I feel Cali Ice is the best. Speaking of rank 1, currently rank 9 on Showdown. Oh, man. Yeah, we fought a couple of times. Just random stuff that I do. Yeah, we fight like every couple of days, believe it or not, when I'm just like testing random shit. You've beat me every time. Kyogre, cool. I'm down to try against Kyogre. So I like that there's no Ursh there. It makes this a lot easier for me. Those two, I'm going to bring the Abomasnow, and then I need like one of these. I'm going to bring the Alcremie, but I don't think it's right. We haven't fought like a single Amoonguss yet. So Torn, Ogre. So the cool thing about this Torn is it's slower than their Torn, so we should just be able to like flip on the Snowscape and just click these buttons. Make them catch these hands. I kind of wish I had Freeze Dry on this set, but I don't think we like need it. I don't think we like need it. We kind of just need it. Chople T-Tar and I'll fold immediately. I know like Chople T-Tars, that would be a lot. That's the tech, bro. Yeah, I've almost gotten you a couple times, but like I only ever fight you when I'm doing like team fixing, so like I end up fighting you when like I'm using a suboptimal team that was like submitted. Tailwind, there's a Tailwind. So we're going to be able to stagger this Tailwind. We're going to try, right? Hopefully I get the KO here. Sash. All right, so there's their Sash. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I think the right play here is actually like... Because now you're going to... I think you actually just Snowscape again. Because like, what are you, you're going to Rain Dance. And if you taunt, well then like, it didn't matter. Like you can taunt me if you want. But if I Tailwind here and you Rain Dance, I'm cooked. So you just got to go Snowscape again. And I could Rock Slide here, but I don't think that's the right play. I like the Blizzard. Snowscape, Blizzard, good play. You can pivot if you want. When you're cooking, I usually wreck. I don't know about that one. Sludge Bomb. I don't know about that. Oh, never lucky, bro. He Sludge Bombed me with those stupid Torn, bro. Never lucky. Poor Kyurem, bro. Kyurem does not deserve that. It doesn't. It doesn't deserve any of that. How am I going to win this game? Like, I don't have any damage into this Ogre. I got a Abomasnow. That's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to Snowscape again. And like what? Like what happens here? What do you do? You're just gonna get frozen, bro. Just freeze it. Freeze it, freeze it. I'm actually gonna... Hold on. I can just protect here and let them take this out and then reap him with the Bomb of Snow and just go Tailwind, like, go to town. I like that. No, I don't want Freeze Dry. I like Rock Slide. You're weak. I can catch that in an Encore, too. Never lucky. Never fucking lucky, boys. That really sucks. I missed both those. Okay. No, I like the I don't think we need Freeze Dry on this set. I like the Rock Slide. I think the Rock Slide's valuable. Kyogre's getting a little bit out of control, though. I'm not really vibing with that. Torn busted. I agree. Torn busted. It's okay. I waited out the Tailwind. Now let's try that. I'm not feeling it, but like we'll see what happens. If you have to pivot out your Ogre and come back in to reapply the weather, I can just like, I'm fine. Flash Cannon. Oh, I live that. We're gaming. Damage. Arch, why are you alive, bro? Sheesh, look at this guy, man. Dude, he's so gaming right now. All right. Blocked. Spout. Kyurem. Okay. Please go away. This is technically better, but it can miss, so I'm going to go with the Blizzard. This also makes so they can't pivot in like a Rilla or a Dragonite on me. Great Protect. Love that for you. Ugh, yeah. Sucks to take that damage. Probably just game taking that damage right there, honestly. There's a Rilla. Alright, what's the situation here in which we win? Is there a situation in which we win? You fake out here and just pop off my Bomb of Snow. That's the only, like, the right play here would be, this can freeze, this can flinch. I'm going to go with that, just in case we are faster, but I don't think we are faster. Blizzard Freeze Kyogre, I think that I have to try and flinch it. I think it was a really smart protect last turn. That was a really smart protect on their last turn. Because that was the one turn that I had to like blow their ass up with like a crit Giga. Ghost Tera. Yo, that's sick, actually. I vibe with what you're doing here. That was the right play. But they got me. Yep. GG's. If they didn't Tera there, they were about to get cooked. Ghost Tera Kyogre. Too deep. Ghost Tera Kyogre bit too deep, I think. Oh, what the hell is this? What is this garbage in my game? These are all weird. Am I gonna get Trick Roomed here? It looks a lot like Trick Room, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it just kind of scream Trick Room from the fences? Let's go. This is a good lead for me. First time. You fake out here? You fake out here? Sash. Fake out. I don't care. Go for it. Go for the fake out. And no one's saying you can't fake out. It'd be really cool if they like didn't fake out, and yeah, that's fine. Absolutely okay. Alright, so Sash is broke there. You can disable this, but I don't know if they do. I think they just reflect. And then we're just going to +4. You could follow me. But you know what you're doing when you click follow me, you don't attack my Ensign. And then if you end up killing this with like a foul play or something, I do go into my Torn and then I do outspeed you. Fine with that. Gravity. Gravity could play. Cool, you're gonna lose everything. Oh, gravity, why can't we? I need to get rid of that Pokemon. What Tera does it go? It's absolutely fine. Unless I get Heat Crashed. Free Blades, yep, nice. Alright, still need to get rid of this thing. That's the threat. I bet you Earthquake probably does just kill it, though. But it'll kill my Torn, too. I could Bleak Wind without fear of missing here, but I think I want the Snowscape to give my Kyurem the boost without taking... Oh, he has Fighting Tera? Are you fucking real? Oh my god, I'm getting cooked here, boys. Oh, and then he Trickums me. Yeah. What the actual fucking hell is that? Oh my gosh. Fighting Tera, Trick Room Goth. And you didn't do that the last turn? Bro. Hypnosis, yeah, I can't stop that. Alright, we need to wait out the Gravity. Last turn Gravity. You're gonna Heat Crash here. I'm trapped. The right place Double Protect then. Never lucky. Yep, never lucky. SD in my face. Yep, dude, it's all coming down. Alright. Gravity has returned to normal. Haven't even started my sleep turns because I tried to protect. So it doesn't matter. You just click to protect again. And then this guy can wake up. So I'm going to try and wake up protect. Nice. Alright. Last turn Trick Room. No Tailwind though, so I probably actually underspeed this guy. You have to try and... You have to raw Sleep Powder here. You have a light screen up though. Gaming. Missed! Let's go! P-Boys, live, live, live. Oh, we're living. Oh, we're gaming. Woo! Please go away. Oh, yes. Oh, we did it, chat. Chat, we did it. Oh. Alright, actually, we haven't won yet. We have to hit a Raw Blizzard, don't we? No, we don't. Wait. Did I underspeed them? No, they undersped me. Yeah, so I just Snowscape here. Oh, we did it. Oh. Yes, we did it. Kyurem redeemed. This guy got bodied by base form Kyurem, bro. We're out here cooking. Screens. Don't need this guy off the rip. Don't need this guy off the rip. Don't need this. Don't need this. I guess it's this guy. Let me just scout and see what kind of Cali they have. This is an L, though. I don't think we actually have, like, a great matchup into Trick Room stuff. They're going to respect Fake Outs. Oh, they eject pack me. That's alright. Cool. Yep. So is it Cali coming in? What are you doing? Dude, what you doing over there? How you doing that over there? No mental orb for you. Not today. Speed boost, that sucks. That's ass. That sucks. Yeah, can't stop that. TR? Yep. Yep, it's fine. Water Tera, cool. Lamau. I'm policy in sin now. Oof! Oh, dude, that's so fucking sick. Alright, so we just go scary face here. I'm trying to think what I actually want to get done. I can put up a light screen and drop a protect, but I don't want to die there. I don't think I kill this thing. I can kill that one. Scary face here. Bug Tera knockoff there. Is that right? What? He's at 1? Dude, that sucks. I didn't want him to live. Let's see. Oh, I'm good there, actually. That's sick. You're useless. Alright. We're cooking. Just gotta wait out this TR. He left, bro? I'll take those wins. I'll take those wins. Policy and sim busted. I'm taking these all the way to the bank, bro. I'm taking this all. It's a Christmas Day miracle. I'll take the. I got you, bro. Don't act like I don't got you. I do be gotten you out here. We take those wins. This is the team. Is it amazing? Nah. But, like, can it work? And is it something that this Kyurem can do that, like, you don't really get a chance to do with other mons? Yeah, most definitely. It has multiple other, like, ways of playing with, like, Insyn, Alcremie, a little bit of Screen Scrim. I think the Abomasnow might be the weak link. It was requested to use Abomasnow, so that's why I had it on there. I think if we were to absolutely make this guy into an Urshifu, we would probably have, like, a lot more games won. So if you're thinking of ways to upgrade this team, maybe you think about adding an Urshifu there. I think a way to, like, you could also even think about adding, like, a redirector, like adding an Amoonguss here to cover up for our weakness to, like, fighting here. So if we were to make this into, like, an Amoonguss or, like, an Ursh, I think we'd have a lot more options here. We can also add things like, you know, Pollen Puff to be able to, like, heal up our AV Kyurem with, like, a little bit of Intimidate sprinkled in. So you see, like, where there are avenues to upgrade this team even further. You can even, like I said, go into a lot more aggressive, like, Urshifu. I'd probably even go with, like, an Urshi, like, Urshi Water's right on this team, so you have, like, a little bit of a Fire, Water, Dragon Core, right? So I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with this team, but, yeah, we had a good time. I think we got some good replays, some good games with this team, so this is base form Kyurem. If you guys like suggesting teams, voting on them, you know, let me know in the comments. We're going to try and do a lot of that this week on Twitch. And if you guys want to vote, we usually stream in the mornings, so think about checking it out.